Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this week's edition of the
Why do
Apple
you
to
do
Apple
that?
Podcast. What?
You beg me to interrupt.
I didn't say that. What are you talking about?
You start slowing your cadence down, hoping that I interrupt, so then I'm forced to.
I don't think I.
It must be the
I
jet
don't.
lag.
It might be the jet lag. I was just gonna say.
I am off my
I
game.
just
I'm exhausted.
naturally slow. I think I just naturally slow my cadence down, and you assume
Oh,
like I never get far enough along into it for you to realize that my natural cadence of that introduction is to slow down.
I've been insanely busy. I know almost nothing that's going on today, except I do know that Vegas is opening the largest In-N-Out burger ever. That's news I heard
I'm
on my
gonna.
way home today.
I got breaking news, by the way. Speaking
Yep.
of Vegas, there are two guys in Minnesota Wild jerseys on the glass in tonight's game.
Really?
Oh
I
yeah,
forgot
pound
Oh, yeah,
down
there
the
they
glass.
are.
the NHL is still going on. That's right.
They're right behind the net. That's hilarious.
But I'm gonna reiterate what we said. I don't know, maybe it was a month or two ago. You probably shouldn't open a sports podcast saying you haven't watched any sports.
Yeah, why do I keep doing that?
Because you don't listen to us. You never have.
That's true.
But that's
Well,
okay because
I mean, I know
I
some
think
stuff. There's
this is probably gonna be a massive World Cup show, and that technically you haven't need to watch any soccer
no.
to talk
I
about
mean,
that.
there's 20,000 hockey trade rumors. There's 50,000 basketball trade rumors. There's CM Punk rumors. Every day I get another email about SummerSlam. Nothing informational, of course, just reminding me that I have tickets.
I don't think I've ever seen a buzzer beater hockey goalie look quite like that.
That was unbelievable.
Did he get? Did it? They haven't counted it yet, but it felt like he got it in there.
It was such a good pass and shot. I think you have to count it.
Who's
You
winning?
do sort of. You got Vegas. If this counts, will be down 1.
Oh,
Uh,
That was
no, that's
no
no
goal.
good. No goal. That's tragic. It's not even close, actually. It looked like he had it in real time. It's not even close.
No, it's actually not close, but that was unbelievable.
Wow. That should count like basketball. Like if the shot's off, it should count. Why doesn't?
that's true.
Why?
Yeah, that is a good point.
It's the only sport where
It
they
has
like
to be
don't
What's the
like.
ruling? What's the ruling in lacrosse? Is it same as hockey or is
Oh
it same
my
as
God.
basketball?
Oh, I don't know how to tell this without really. Um, I went to my first lacrosse game. I saw things I can't believe I saw, but if I say it, well, I don't care. No one from the lacrosse team at your former school is watching. They played the number one team in the state, number two team in the state, undefeated, had a 3-goal lead with 3 minutes left. That lead vanished within 30 seconds. Literally, they scored 3 goals in 30 seconds. They had a 2-goal lead with less than a minute left. Now, you're familiar with the face-off. If you win a face-off, you usually come right off, right?
I don't know if ever that's true.
I mean, not usually.
Okay,
If you're
well,
a face-off specialist, yes.
okay, well, there was once upon a time that Drew went to school with a face-off specialist who ended up going to school at Will's school. Well, his younger brother is a
Well, I guess,
face-off.
but to
And I went
Sam's
to
point,
school.
that guy
I
in
went
high
to
school was
school
not a
with,
face-off specialist. He was just a regular player.
And I also
Okay,
went to
well, he
school with
became one.
their sister, but in
Anywho,
college.
yeah,
If
anywho, the
you
kid.
really want to full circle it.
So the 2-goal lead is gone. There's 30 seconds left. They go to the face-off. Now the kid for the other team had won something like literally 600 face-offs in his career. And probably won 400 of them that night. But not this night. Well, this night, yeah, but not this time. He
Yeah, I was
gets
gonna
the
say
fake.
what you just
Yeah,
said.
no, I was getting dramatic for no reason.
You are
Our
off
guy,
that game.
and I was working security at the game, by the way. That's the only reason I was there. But anyways,
Well, hold on. Can I? What?
I think I have the same comment.
I have so many questions about what you just said.
So the
You
game
know
was.
when
Go
you
ahead,
know when we
Ash.
attend a sporting event and let's just say wrestling event and there's a person working the
Don't
telling
go
us
there.
showing us where to seat and there's the
That's
security
not what I
guard at
was
the
doing.
railing and you make a comment and say that guy's not stopping anyone. I'm
Right.
gonna make that same comment. If you're
Okay.
working security,
Let
you're
me
not stopping anyone.
rephrase. Yeah, if I rephrase what I was actually doing, so what I was actually doing, I was student crowd control because I have respect of said students. So I was going to be able to do something. In fact, I sent one kid home who,
Another, this is probably what you meant, but shouldn't the students respect you? That's why they put you in the position.
yeah, I think that's what I said, didn't I?
Okay. You said you respect the students, so I
Oh,
think you
that's not,
meant
yeah,
that.
it's so ungodly hot here. Uh, so, yeah, so I was working behind, yeah. Anyways, the kid that our guy wins the face off. There isn't anyone within 50 yards, and he is tearing at the goalie. 20 seconds left. And it sort of pertains to, well, that doesn't really. He flings the ball at the goal, and right as he flings it, our coach calls timeout, and it goes in. Maybe the most ill-advised timeout in the history of timeouts in any sport. Now, I know nothing about lacrosse, uh, and apparently I'm assuming that's something that regularly happens. But so no goal, of course. But we still have the ball with 20 seconds left. We have two wide open shots in front of the net, and the ball falls out of our stick both times. And then we get it back, and the goalie made the greatest save in the world, and it goes to sudden death overtime. Let's just say their guy won the faceoff, went straight down, scored. The overtime was like 4 seconds. I was like, wow, there was a lot packed in, a lot of penalties hit to the head. Do you know in high school lacrosse you can get a 1 minute penalty or a 2 minute penalty or a 30-second penalty?
I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing
Yeah,
about lacrosse.
I knew. I did. I'm like, wait, that's a 30-second penalty. They all look the same to me, but or you can also get a 1 minute penalty where you can't come out of the box, probably like a major in hockey. But yeah, I don't know that you could lose that many leads that many times, and then the timeout heard around the world. Oh my God. And that was to go to state, by the way.
And
So
we'll never talk lacrosse on the show ever again.
no,
So
that's the only time. I thought you guys would be proud that I went to a lacrosse game. It was
Not
fairly
really.
well.
I'd be more proud of you if you watched the Stanley Cup playoffs or the NBA finals.
I've not seen either.
Yeah, I'd be more proud of you if you did some homework on for the show that you record almost once a week.
I have not literally not seen either. I'm not 1 minute of either. Which I'm not proud. Well, I mean, I'm not ashamed, but so anyways, I'll let you guys guide me, but we are winning we do have a chance to win the Commissioner's Cup though in whatever sport.
The WNBA, that would be.
WNBA, yes.
We're the number one team in the league right now.
Yeah, but they have the dumb tournament.
Do you remember? I mean, I might just say it every show, Drew. Is it too early to pull up the tapes when Dad said Olivia Miles was the worst pick in WNBA history?
I stand by my statement.
If I wasn't so lazy, I would go do it. But yeah, I really should at some point. When she wins Rookie of the Year and gets MVP votes, then I guess I'll
You
probably
don't
have
It's
to.
have to
intern
pull it.
season. Can't we
I
get an
stand.
intern to do this?
I should. We should get an
That's a good
intern.
point. We should have a summer intern.
I know a guy who needs a job.
Well, I mean, he does own a
Well,
business too, but
we don't get paid. Are we paying this guy?
that's a
Oh, it's
good point.
unpaid. It builds character.
Yeah. No,
I will say, there are many nights where I think they are, you know, they're just the better team. Like they are having a shooting night that I don't know that it's possible. Like I don't even know how it's possible.
the Lynx.
They've only missed they've only missed 9 shots in over a half of the game. They're 23 of 32 from the field overall, 6 of 8 from 3, and 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, not really that this isn't impressive. Dallas is shooting 40% from 3, and they've taken 15 of them.
Well, also, the number one
Kayla
pick,
McBride literally has not missed a shot.
and she hasn't even been that good. I mean, she's been solid, but she hasn't been like an all-star this year, and we're still number one in the league without our best player. And our second best player, well, she's not. Olivia Miles is probably our second best player now, but supposed to be our second best player, not playing that well. But also,
Do we get Victory Plus Sports or whatever
Yeah,
that
it's
channel
free.
they're on?
It's free.
How
You get it on the computer.
Oh, okay, cool.
They have
I just create an account for free and I move on with life.
yeah, I'm not even sure if you have to create an account, but yeah, they have some, and then they have some very strange strange is the wrong word, but they've got some just random teams that they show. It's kind of weird.
Probably every team that got stuck with
No, it's not
Bally's.
as many. It's not as many as you'd think, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
what I was gonna say was
welcome to Victory.
Ozzy
Happy to be here.
Ozzy Fudd is 0 for 5 in 17 minutes, but that's Dad's first overall pick.
No, that's not who I would have picked. That's not even close to being true. I would have picked Betts.
Let's see what her stat
She's
line
still
was the
averaging
last time she
But
played.
she's on a
5 points a
crappy
game.
team. You can't go by that.
Which means
But
she
she-
should be getting more points.
Yeah, why isn't she playing more then?
Because you
Kevin
don't
Love
have,
was on a crappy Timberwolves team and averaged 25 and 12.
yeah, I mean that's Kevin Love though.
What's your point?
I'm not sure.
In theory, he's less talented than Betts.
Yeah, I really don't know what my point was.
She played a whopping 12 minutes last game in a loss to the Fever.
Well, again, if she was on the Timberwolves, it'd go better.
The Timberwolves? You mean the Lynx?
I'm in the late.
This is a weird assortment of teams. Why the Rangers is pretty random. And the Ducks and the Stars, weird.
It is weird.
Interesting.
And I'm trying to figure out, how does Victory get their money?
And Butchergross has a show on this? This is weird.
It's a very strange.
How do I watch it? There's nothing live. Am I crazy?
No, the links are live.
Yeah, I can't find it on the website.
I was curious.
On now.
Yeah.
You
might have to just click the links. Go to our teams and click links.
I tried that. It's highlights, features, shorts, interviews.
No, it's.
I clicked start watching and you have to log in.
Which I did. I'm logged in.
Join live. I got it. Hang on. I found it.
It's incredibly confusing.
It's probably once you do it. Did you click on the Minnesota Lynx?
Yeah, leagues and teams. You click on the links and there's nowhere to watch it.
And you didn't click on start watching, and it doesn't come up live and
there is no start watching.
Well, this has been a fascinating start to the show.
I'm just trying to watch a team because Dad refuses to watch them so we can properly report.
Well, this is the first time that I can actually do something that Drew can't, so it is fascinating to be honest.
I wonder if I'm on the. Could I be on the wrong? Is it possible I'm on the wrong? I have absolutely no idea. I think I'm giving up. Okay, that was fun while it lasted.
For those of you who are listening or wanting to know, you can figure it out probably. I'm confident you'll be able to.
WNBA League Pass. What is going on?
No, you don't need that.
I know I don't need that. That's why I said I don't want it. This shouldn't be this hard.
That's true.
This should not be this hard. So you have genuinely watched none of either of these things. So Sam and I are just gonna have to carry this show.
Yeah, I can. Well, so This might be too much information for people about my sleeping patterns, but I did last night, as I do most nights. I listen to the radio, and they were started doing their own play-by-play version of the basketball game. So I did kind of hear the end of the game and
What do you
how it
mean
was
did
going and
their
stuff.
own version?
Well, the two guys talking, they're live, so they're basically watching the game like we do often, comment on the game as it's going on, even though they're on the air. So it wasn't like I just one day heard the score. I kind of heard them say some of the stuff about what was going on. Does that make sense or no?
Sort of. Okay, so I found your start watching page.
Yep.
I click start watching, it then brings me to the site I was on before where then it just doesn't have it as an option.
That's weird because I could watch it.
Like you could just start watching the game?
No, all right, let me try again. Hold please. Uh, picture, yeah. It says live, and then it says join live. I got to turn the volume off, but
I don't know.
Well,
I'm confused.
Hold
since
on.
we started talking
wait,
about
here,
it,
let's try this. No, this doesn't make any sense.
since we started talking about it, Dallas is on about a 10-0 run, so we probably should stop talking
Oh
about it.
no.
Well, that's what I was trying to watch.
Texas Rangers, Dallas.
And since I said Ozzy Fudd is 0 for 5 with 0 points through 17 minutes, it's been 3 minutes since. She's 2 for 2 from 3, 6 points.
See, they should have picture. I told you.
It is
Like, well, they couldn't have
actually
picked her. And they could not have picked her.
there is some being a higher power out there that looks down on us, and it just laughs because whatever we say on this show, we call it the Bramer, but it happens. The reverse happens.
I've always said it. I wish it was a power. I wish it was a power we could use for good, but it's clearly not.
No, I mean I could, but it can't. It has to come natural to it. Like to your point, it's not something we can control.
No. Yeah, this doesn't exist. I don't understand.
But
I'm giving up. I think
it is a shame Dad hasn't watched the Stanley Cup final because I think this is the great. I mean, we're only 3 1/3 games in. I think it's the greatest Stanley Cup final in my recent memory.
The problem is, the fact that Golden State, the fact that Vegas is going to win again makes me sick. And a team like Carolina, it's like we can't ever do this. I'm just.
You don't know if they will. Vegas.
Well, one of
is
them has
2-1
to
series.
win.
I know, but you said Vegas is going to win again.
Well, and then
that's not a guarantee.
Carolina has a chance. It's just ridiculous.
Well, if you were watching, it's 2-1 series, and Carolina's up 3-1 right now in the game.
And they have
to tie the series.
That's my point. The fact that one of these teams is winning the Stanley Cup and we can't even sniff it is just ridiculous to me. I'm just sick of it. That's sort of my point.
Well, it's not high school hockey where it's a professional sports league. I don't know what.
Yeah, I've never really understood that either.
What?
Like,
and actually, if you look,
if they like
statistically,
where they're from doesn't matter.
Cold weather states or provinces do horribly in the NHL.
Good Canadian geography.
No, it's not. It's not. One team is like 6 weeks old. It's just it's ridiculous.
They're about.
I guess it wouldn't matter who it is. It wouldn't matter who it is. The fact that we just can't do it here, and we've got every single trade rumor in the world, and we won't make a trade. It just like what happened at the trade deadline.
I'm pretty confident we'll be making a trade. Whether you're probably gonna hate it no matter what. No, you will hate it no matter what. But we're gonna make a trade. You're gonna say we gave up too much, or you're gonna say it wasn't the right guy. That's a guarantee. And then fast forward. Let's just say we get Larkin. Fast forward to the trade deadline. Dad's gonna say we did nothing to improve our team. Meanwhile, we traded for Quinn Hughes and Dylan Larkin, the best defenseman and best center on the market. We just didn't do it at the deadline, so Dad's going to say we didn't do anything to improve our team.
We didn't last year, so that's fine.
But that's my point. We got the second best defenseman in the entire league.
I didn't do anything.
The best defenseman that could possibly be traded. We just didn't get it at the deadline, so you think we didn't do anything.
No. I get.
No, that's
I
correct.
reckon. No, No, I think we needed to make one more trade at the deadline in order to push us over, and we didn't. Like just like always when we really
We
need
made
to.
the
I
McCarron
rec.
trade at the deadline, which happened to be he was one of our best players in the
Let me
playoffs.
explain something. If we would have made the Quinn Hughes trade at the deadline, I would have said it's not enough. So that's just a fact. There wouldn't have been enough. If that's all we did at the deadline, I would have absolutely said he's really good. It's great to have him. It's not going to put us over the edge. I would have said that, yes.
So
So
if you're saying if we get Larkin, Barzal, or Hershire, the three of the best centers, top three centers in the league are all in the market supposedly right now. If we get one of them and retain Quinn Hughes, sign a long-term deal, you're going to say that's not enough too?
no, I'll say that's enough.
All right, we'll see.
But it's
I like when
also
Sam argues with you. It makes my job on the show a lot easier.
I also think that they need to make a huge decision on Harrison F because he doesn't play in the playoffs. I'd get rid of him. I'd flip him for another good guy that might actually play in the playoffs one year for us. And I know he's good. I'm
I
just saying he
think
doesn't play in the playoffs.
yes, the injury is tough, but he's literally our most valuable player.
But it does. He
And
doesn't
you're
play in
going to
the
say he doesn't
playoffs.
play.
It's 2 years in
I
a
mean,
row.
you gotta play. Neither does Brodin.
I get rid of him too. I have no problem with that.
He's the best shutdown defenseman we have. I don't.
But
This is like you need. Who are you going to trade Eriksson Ek for realistically?
that's like being hungry, having a piece of chocolate cake, but not eating it. I mean, it doesn't do you any good. And yes,
So
that was a
you'd
fat
rather
reference. That was a fat reference to myself. Yes.
Would you rather have Danila Yurov on the roster just because he plays in the playoffs over Eriksson Ek?
No, because you can get someone good for Harrison Ek.
Yes, but you can.
Sorry.
You could trade
I'll
Ek
let you
and
do
like
this.
a
It makes
first.
my job easier.
I was gonna say you could trade Ek and a first round pick, maybe, and for Dylan Larkin, or you.
No, I wouldn't trade him for Larkin.
Or you could trade. That's what's gonna. Well, who else are you gonna do?
I think if you get Larkin for all that other stuff, and then you trade Ek for somebody like the Rangers guy, or I don't know who else all available.
Ek's better than the Rangers. So you would rather have a worse player on the roster just because Ek might be hurt for the playoffs?
No. Ek is not better than anyone if he doesn't play. He has not played in the playoffs for 2 straight years. It's a problem. I
don't think you traded one of the best two-way forwards in the entire league away just because he hasn't played in the playoffs 2 years.
Okay, well, that seems to be a pattern. I mean, I guess we'll have him and just have him. We'll get him next year again with him. I mean, what's good if he doesn't play? What good is he? I tell you that about Buxton. They're not good. Get rid of. If they can't play, get rid of them.
He also played the whole
an entire
playoffs.
series.
Yeah, he played the whole playoffs. Last year he played the whole playoffs series.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He did not.
2 years ago he didn't. You're mixing. It was this year he played 6 games.
They weren't even in the playoffs last year, were they?
Yes. 3 years ago he didn't make the playoffs. 4 years ago is when he got hurt in the very first game. Like 20 seconds in.
Yeah, that helps.
Last year he played the whole series. Well, like this past year, the season that just concluded, he got hurt after in the middle of the second round.
I think he's worthless in the playoffs.
The year prior, he played the whole series. He did miss some time during the regular season, but he played the whole first round. Where we got crushed.
He's definitely
the year before.
But that's just.
I think all hockey players that have been injury prone. I agree with Brodin because I think Brodin has a career of missing time. I think Ek over the past 5 seasons has only had 1 season where he has been hurt and missed significant time.
He's played over 70 games and to your point, every year but once in the past 5 years.
I actually very much so agree with this. I very much agree with Brodin. I think he is incredible. Incredible's a bit strong. I think he's a very good player, but I think he's on the downslope of his career. He is a guy that I do feel is made of a bit of paper mache. Like he's not good for 70 games ever.
But you
And
need
so
to get
him,
rid
I
of good
do.
players to get good players. So
Yeah, no, I think I think we have good defensive depth that I'd be willing to part with Brodeen either for pieces that maybe go out in another trade or pieces that allow you to trade other guys. But I'm with Sam. I think getting rid of Eck just because he's had poorly timed injuries in 2 years out of 4 years, and plenty of other time played in the playoffs before that is not the way you build a winning team, especially when it's at a position of need. You need more guys at that spot, not less.
yeah.
Like if you swap him out for another guy at that position, and then that guy gets hurt because of some bad luck, then you're right back where you started. I think it's an area where you need more, not just swapping.
All right, well, I mean,
I agree with the concept though, with Brodeen though at least. I still can't figure out how to watch victory sports.
I don't
This is
understand
getting
how
very
that's the
ridiculous.
thing. Right now I'm looking at the State High School League baseball program. Apparently, you can look at it online. I'm trying to find my picture.
Wouldn't it be a team picture?
It would be, but
Feels a little selfish. I'm not sure that's the type of attitude you guys teach over there, but that's fine.
I saw a photo of you after the section win, and you might want to just save your eyes and not look at it.
wait, what now? Where was I?
Nothing.
Oh, what was I doing?
What did you do to
I don't
Sam while
know.
I was gone? He seems angry at you.
Yeah, he's an angry elf. What the heck did I do?
Well,
What are you
I did.
talking
I
about?
congratulated. I
Oh,
congratulated Dad
okay,
on
I'll
winning
explain
winning
that.
sections. Or Drew. So let's put it. I guess now that we want to air the laundry, I texted Dad. Like what was it
Right.
last Monday, and I said.
By the way, my picture,
I
I look
said
outstanding.
dominant section run. Congrats to the team. And Dad responded with, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, Drew, do you have any idea why I would have said that?
No.
Okay, one, it was a compliment from Sam to me. I could probably
I
just
no, I
leave
said
that
the
at
team.
1, 2, and
I
3.
said the
Yeah, so
team. I
there you
said
go.
congrats to the
So it
team.
wasn't even to me; it was to the team. So I was a little taken back. I didn't think he had any interest in baseball at that school anymore. There was a lot of. I was surprised he even made the comment. Period. That's really where it was coming from. By the way, my picture looks outstanding in the team photo. I even put a hat on for the whole photo. So yeah, I was a little surprised that he commented, if you want to know the truth. And I think sure you would understand that.
I think he was just trying to do a nice thing.
Which is why I said, "Are you okay?" I know.
I mean,
It was
it's.
very
I mean,
confusing.
this
It
is
was
how you raised us, by the way. Constant criticism,
really,
no
really.
praise.
Well, I've been to 7 state tournaments. You've never said it before, so I thought it was
Well,
odd.
by the way, I
I'm not
brought that
counting the one that
program to
you.
the
I'm
first
not
time in
counting the
state.
one that you.
I brought that program to the first time in state in 50 years, and it
Yeah,
got
I'm
no
not
credit
counting the one. I'm not counting
on
the one
the.
you went to. I'm
You
well
gotta,
aware of your career.
but your social media manager proceeded to ignore that when they said 6 and 7 years. It was really 7 and 9 years. But who's counting?
That's no, that is true. Can you get back to the picture that of me that I need to find?
No, we're past that.
What was I doing?
You were just standing there.
Okay, what was the rest of the team doing?
There was a team huddle, and you were just standing there, and you looked really cold.
Oh my God, that one? That wasn't from that night, by the way. That picture was from earlier in the season. I had in that photo, I had a jacket, a heated vest, and 3 sweatshirts. Yeah, I was really cold. That was from one of the first games. It wasn't even from that game. That game was 120 degrees. I was not wearing
The
that.
one your social media manager used.
Yeah, that was from a previous game. Now I know what you're talking about. Because people did comment to me, why were you wearing a jacket? I'm like, because it was 100 out. I'm like, no, but that's. So then I had to have someone show it to me, of course, because.
Well, speaking of that, I know Dad and you'll especially agree with me on this one. I'm walking home from work today, and it's about 68 degrees, little wind, but it's a nice day out in San Francisco. And there's a guy in a convertible. I'm like, oh, nice day for a convertible ride. I look in the side. He is wearing a full winter jacket and a scarf inside the convertible at 68 and sunny out. 1, why are you wearing that? But 2, if you're really that cold, why are you with the top down in a convertible?
Hey, just keep talking. I'll be back in 1 second.
Well, that was for
And
you.
I don't know
guess.
why, because my roommate drives with the windows up in the convertible.
No, well, I guess we could talk sports now since he's gone.
I don't get what's going on with him. I'm worried about him.
No, I mean,
I do appreciate that I can just sit back and let you guys argue today, not me.
Well,
I've been trying to get this freaking Lynx game on since we started.
It did tick me off a little bit when I tried giving him a compliment, which he's never given me a compliment in my entire life.
That's true. I mean, I've known both of you for a while. I don't think I have seen one.
I do know I wasn't the easiest person to coach, but it was probably a little bit of a result of
I think
the tough love.
I think okay. I think he played a role in that. I think
I'm
that's
back.
fair to say.
Oh, we should stop talking about him.
Role in what?
No, we were just talking Stanley Cup finals.
Oh, it felt like I played a role in the state tournament or something.
No,
sure,
that wouldn't happen.
No.
Can I Can I do a bit of
Victory Sports yet?
No, I think I've finally given up. It just keeps putting me in a loop. I click start. It's a strange thing. I click start watching. It sends me to a home page where the game doesn't exist. Can I do a bit of a callback to a topic from a couple weeks ago?
Yep.
Please.
Do you remember when we were discussing World Cup team hotels and whatnot?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got an update on what team that I thought was quite funny. So I don't know how your world geography is, Dad, but are you familiar with the country of Algeria?
Well, my world geography teacher threw a box of colored pencils at me in 8th grade, so I don't think it's very good.
Was it for not knowing where Algeria was?
No, it was actually supposed to be at someone else, and he missed that person.
Oh, well, it sounds like he didn't do anything wrong then.
Yeah,
I do know where it is. If you want the truth.
Algeria is a North African country. It's right next to Morocco.
And they're in the World Cup.
Well, yes, they're good, but they're one of the African countries that
I got them moving on as a wild card.
Yeah, they're supposed to be pretty good. Their games they actually play a game in San Francisco, but 2 of their games are in Kansas City. So obviously they're staying somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, but I say that because some reason the official FIFA World Cup site for half of them doesn't say the name of the stadium. It just says where it is. So it's a San Francisco Bay Area stadium.
No one knows where the stadium is.
And then it says but no, it doesn't say the name. It says New York, New Jersey Stadium for MetLife. That is bizarre. Anyways, point being, I learned that all these countries are staying in different places, right? Which I always thought maybe I assumed it was because the different federations were paying, and the different federations are paying, and so teams that are more successful in bigger countries and whatnot, stay in better places, right? Wrong. FIFA gives every team the exact same amount of money to pick where they want to stay. Now they can spend additional money should they so choose. They can spend half of it and do whatever they want with the other half within reason, obviously, pay the players, pay the coaches, use it for the federation, whatever they want to do. That's how it works. The budget, basically, they're assigned. Algeria is stationing themselves in Lawrence, Kansas. You might be familiar.
I did see this.
They originally
the DoubleTree or whatever.
They're at the DoubleTree in Lawrence, Kansas. Do you want to know why they're at the DoubleTree in Lawrence, Kansas?
Rice.
Did you say ice?
Rice. No. What? That's inappropriate.
I thought so too. Rice? Why? What doesn't even make sense?
He's a player in England.
Price.
Did you not listen to Drew the past 10 minutes?
No, he never listens to me. No, you're wrong.
No, because they spend the extra money themselves.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Okay, I didn't say I was right.
It's the only hotel in town with an outdoor pool. and they wanted a pool, so they're staying at the DoubleTree.
I don't blame him.
So, my roommate and I.
But okay, I'll
He's just
pause
gonna
for
move on.
that
He does
story.
this all the time.
I'm not moving on. This is very pertinent to the conversation.
It's going to be about a pool.
No. My roommate and I were thinking I had 4 days off for the 4th of July from baseball. We were thinking of going somewhere, so we decided to go somewhere kind of different. But the Twins play in New York, but you're not going to be there. We were going to go to San Francisco, but Sam's not going to be there. So we thought, you know what? Let's go somewhere cool. Let's go to Vancouver.
I actually have heard it's quite cool.
And
right.
Sidebar quickly.
Yep.
Next time, if you want to come visit me for the 4th of July, maybe give me more than a month heads up.
We started talking about it last year, but
we're not tell me about it over the radio. No, I would have been happy to host you guys again, but
we were already told you were going somewhere.
Well, Mom asked me like a week ago, and I was like, "Well, I was made plans because
that's cool.
I didn't hear anything from you
guys." So a couple things. We did have some people tell us that was very disrespectful to the country because they're 250 years old, and I'm like, it's the same 4th of July celebration every year. I don't really care about the birthday party, but what we did start. We were ready to pull the trigger and did some investigating, and Vancouver is hosting the World Cup, and it was brought to our attention through several sources that would not be a good place to go during the World Cup. So the World Cup drove us out of Vancouver. The World Cup is freaking everywhere.
It's quite literally everywhere.
That was my point. So it was actually pertinent to the story.
Were places just booked because of it?
Booked, and the town was going to be just crazy and busy.
Well, I think Canada, the Canadian national team, like their home base is Vancouver, if I recall.
Okay, yeah, they just.
I think they're playing all of their group stage games in Vancouver. I think. I guess I literally have the schedule up. I could confirm that.
So we were sort of told, no, that's probably not a.
I do want to go to Vancouver, so I support that.
No, I love Vancouver. I was there once. It's nice. So we'll circle back. You can come with, but we were driven out of Vancouver by the World Cup.
They play 2 games in Vancouver, 1 in Toronto.
Yeah, I think they're in Vancouver like the day after the 4th. It's right around that time. I don't know.
Well, the 2nd of July.
Yeah.
There is a game in Vancouver that would host the winner of Group B, which is Canada's group. I don't know if they're going to win their group, but it certainly could. And on the 7th, there's a game there as well. So, yeah, the 4th is open. There's only 2 games on the 4th of July. They're both in the U.S., in case you're curious.
Oh, there are 2 games? Okay.
Yeah, Philly and Houston get the 4th of July.
The World Cup is. I mean, I cannot believe how many sites it's at. It is bizarre, but I'm sure it's standard, and you know more about it than I do. But
we have much more than normal.
Okay. Because I feel
it's in part because it's all 3 countries, and it's in part because we're such a big country. Like we can ask teams to like fly all over. But you can ask teams to take a train or drive
because the other countries the World Cup's in Paris, and it's all in Paris or Brazil or wherever the heck they've been. It just seems so weird.
It's always a handful of cities.
Is it?
Okay. We are way more than normal. But like to your point, when the World Cup's in Germany, it's in 4 or 5 cities, not 25, however many we have.
Okay. So yeah, my story is.
So they just wanted a pool. They wanted.
But why wouldn't you? What else are you gonna do in Lawrence, Kansas?
Yeah, I think they said literally they had amenities that others didn't, and on the whole, and one of those amenities was a pool.
I mean, what are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do there?
One team's like a 5-star resort in Santa Barbara overlooking the ocean. I thought it was pretty funny, the difference.
Who's staying there?
I don't know what country it was.
Austria, I think.
Drew could probably like who's ever in Santa Barbara.
Austria, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Lawrence, Kansas. That seems like the short
end. It is hilarious though that I don't know if you guys have seen it on Twitter. The foreigners coming to America for the first time.
Yeah, they're a Waffle
And
House.
yeah, and going to like the Waffle House, Wendy's, and then one of them was like went to a 7-Eleven. And was like, I'm not gonna lie, the Big Gulp is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I feel like if they're not careful, Wendy's might do their season in. You're not used to eating them.
No, these are fans.
There's something hilarious
Oh.
about, to your point, like these, these fans going to these other countries and experiencing all this culture and amazing history and everything, and like some German dude rocks up to the U.S. and he's like, "Have you guys ever heard of this Waffle House place you can go to at 2 a.m.?"
Waffle House at 1 a.m. and then Wendy's for lunch and then Chili's for dinner.
But you
I
know
mean,
what?
that is about as American as it gets to be.
And
You know what?
he said he had the greatest day of his life. So.
Yeah, it's
You
about
know
as
what else
American
is
as it
funny
gets.
about that? Probably 3/4 of America's never been to a Waffle House.
And yeah, no,
I mean, the
that's
person
probably
I
true.
live with has never been to one.
And one woman was like, I just discovered ranch dressing. We got to bring ranch to Europe. I'm like, you don't have ranch in Europe? But I mean, I guess it's probably life changing if you don't have it. No, there's a reason we're all fat.
I'll tell you what, the Portuguese, not a thin group of people. The soccer team, obviously, a bit
I
thin,
feel like
but
this might be controversial. I feel like there's two groups of people that are usually overweight. People that do Pilates and soccer fans. And I don't know if that's a wild take or if you two would agree with me.
people that do Pilates.
Now, not everybody that does Pilates, but if you ever watch people that come out of a Pilates.
Hold on. When have you ever seen people come out of a Pilates class?
Oh, well, this isn't going to sound good for me, but when I'm eating breakfast at the diner, Z's Diner,
That's probably a third group of people that are.
There's a Pilates place right there, and I'm not saying everybody because I live with someone that does Pilates, but there's a decent amount of people that are not very thin that come out of Pilates, and
it's a very low impact.
Yeah,
type
so
of exercise.
I feel like you might be agreeing with me.
I think New York Pilates classes are a breed of their own, so I'm not sure I can speak from experience.
Okay.
And also, my roommate goes to Pilates, so I'll probably get in trouble depending on what I say.
I didn't say everybody.
I know, but I'm just watching my words.
And soccer fans too.
But I do know for a fact that when people are like rehabbing and stuff like that, which they're not necessarily large people, but like the idea is it's a low impact. Oh, he rocked that guy. It's a low impact type of exercise, so it could be handled by somebody who.
I have a question, and I will start off by saying I understand, Dad. We are approaching the same weight, and my overweight I am grouped in the soccer fans. Where's your group fall into?
My weight class?
It was the third category of people that sit in a diner and watch people.
You said overweight people are either soccer fans or go to Pilates. And I understand we're approaching the same weight, so I'm calling you overweight. I have to put myself in one of those two groups. I'm putting myself in the soccer group. Where are you? What group are you in?
I'm down to 188. Well, my group would probably be. Well, I've just said that when you ask me how I'm seeing it, I'm usually stuffing my face. But I think the third category would probably be wrestling fans, and I definitely fall into that category.
Well, and honestly, in your defense, I think you have a 6-pack compared to the wrestling group.
I know. I feel I would agree with you. I do. I mean, I don't, but I do compared to them. That is very true. I am. I'd say borderline anorexic compared to most wrestling fans.
I mean, you probably are asked if you're on Ozempic when you're going to be at SummerSlam.
I get it a lot. Yeah. I get it a lot. Not a lot, actually. That's a lie. But in fact, I've never gotten it. I just thought I wanted to say that. But yeah.
Well, you just got it.
Sorry for the outrageous Pilates take, but I it's something I've noticed. And next time we go to breakfast, I'll give you the seat facing the Pilates, and you'll tell me if I'm right or not. Maybe it's a Minnesota thing. I don't know.
How many minutes could you last in a Pilates class?
Me?
I think he
than
was
one?
asking you that question. Yeah.
Less than one? I mean,
I
what? I
told
mean,
someone the story today about how when you had to go to like physical therapy rehab or whatever it was called,
oh, for
and
my
you felt
heart,
like,
that was cardio
yeah,
rehab.
cardio rehab. Thank you for the clarification. And you
Yep.
felt embarrassed compared to the condition of some
I
of the
don't.
other people.
Some of the other people look like literally they were dead. Like they didn't save them. Like they were dead, and they had scars, and I mean they couldn't even see straight, and they're on the treadmill like it's nobody's business. I get on the treadmill and I immediately thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why you were there. But
But
um,
same with them. Yeah, I
true.
couldn't. There was 120-year-old women I could not keep up with. It was pathetic. I'm pathetic. I mean, I'm not. I'm blaming myself. Yeah, it's very true.
It's a very, very long story as to why I told the story to someone today.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna say, what? Do you have anything better to talk about?
uh, I told you the whole reasoning behind it. The answer to that question would be no, but not not
Yeah.
really a fun topic.
Yeah,
What do
I
you
mean,
think, Sam? Would you say
I
that the
did
league
graduate twice though from cardio rehab. I just thought I'd let you know.
it
no,
took you 5 years
sorry to ask that.
Did
I've
get my
never done
diploma.
Pilates myself, so I don't even know.
in 5 years,
I
right?
will say I've done hot yoga, and Dad could not last a second
Oh
in it.
my
No,
God.
dad would walk in the room, walk out.
Yeah, I would. I mean, no.
I couldn't even last. I mean, this was in college when I was in better shape.
I will
I
say,
I couldn't even breathe in there. The lady had to open the door next to me and fan me. It was
yeah.
pretty
See,
electric though.
there'd be some problems that would have nothing to do with me being fat, like the heat. Although I'm outside every day. I mean,
No, there is nothing more humiliating than coincidentally being next to the door in the hot yoga and the instructor coming over and opening the door and fanning you with it because she sees you can't breathe.
yeah, I think that would be me too. I mean, my walking's better. Like I walked all over Broadway, but the Pilates, I think, well, the other problem is once I got down to whatever machinery that's down there, I can't move.
Well,
So, and I went
not every Pilates uses the same machinery. That's an important variable
oh,
too.
good. I wouldn't be good at that. There's just no question. But
No, it's I'm sure. What were you gonna ask?
I actually don't even remember.
I think you said my name,
It
so
I think I did too, but it clearly wasn't very important.
well, are you
I
guys? I mean, obviously, I assume Drew's rooting for the Knicks, but it is pretty.
what's a tough one?
I mean, I'm personally though, I'm very happy for Cat because
Well,
all the
I
criticism
wouldn't get
he's
happy
taken.
yet for him.
Well, no, but it's just so far. I mean, people are saying he's the MVP. I mean, obviously, it's not over, and Wemby can
Right.
still come back and score
Yeah.
40 and win every game. But bottom line is like this playoff run is single handedly like kind of cut down like all the
Well,
hate
and
that got over.
they're still gonna get rid of him, is the rumor, because he's too expensive. Which is crazy. I mean, the Jalen Brunson bill is gonna
People
have to
also
get paid at
forget
some point, but
Cat was the true Jokic stopper, so why can't he be the Wemby stopper too?
no, he there's certain guys he strangely plays well against. Jokic was always one. Wemby seems to be another. I don't exactly know why because they're very different players, but there are some guys that like he just. I think when he can't be put in like a true one-on-one like post back down situation, he does okay. And like Jokic is he's big, he's strong, he's incredible to the nth degree. But like it's pretty rare Jokic is just going to like muscle you back in the post. Like he would always struggle against Embiid and guys like that because that's what they would do. And like that's obviously not Wemby's game either. Um, so it's kind of weird he plays well against some of those guys. But I am struggling. The energy in the city is genuinely palpable. That is not an exaggeration. I
Well, they're
walked
gonna
into the
burn it down either way.
they are going to burn
Yeah,
it down. They're burning it down as we speak. They arrested like
can you
30
provide
people
a
at the last
comment
watch party.
on how? Yeah, I was gonna say New York had more arrests than points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think it's fitting for the city, honestly. I think it's quite fitting.
You know what I think
They said this mayor was soft on crime. I mean, soft on offense maybe, but not soft on
yeah.
crime.
You know
No,
what's
that's more red
interesting
than
about
San Francisco's had in 2026.
what's
Yeah.
interesting about this series? I think there's more chatter about the ticket prices and who's in the front row and not in the front row than the actual game.
Yeah.
I've heard more stuff about that. And I'm this Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
Okay, I don't care how popular he is. He cannot. There's no way he has enough money to spend $1 million on $2 million on tickets every
Oh
game.
yeah. Well,
That's
yes.
I
Well,
hate to
first off,
break it
that's
to you,
not
he
how much
does.
they are, but he does. He absolutely does. Yeah.
He has that much money that he
Yes.
could spend $30 million in a basketball season or 20 or whatever. That's insane.
But he's
Yes.
not spending money. Those front row seats, those celebrity ones, they're owned by a group, and then they give them away to the celebrities who are fans of the Knicks.
It didn't sound like it though. It didn't sound like that was true. That they were not letting certain
No,
people sit there.
There was an
don't know.
athletic article on it which I sent to you guys, and
Oh.
neither of you replied.
I don't think I got it. If you want to.
But there's a group that holds most of the courtside seats, and they usually give them away, and they give them away based on like how diehard of a fan you are, not based on the same status. But it's kind of goes in one-on-one because they want you to go. They go to the game and then promote the
Where are they
courtside
coming
seats
up
and
with
post about the Knicks.
these crazy numbers of ticket prices?
Well, because if you go on StubHub, you look at it there. Also, two law firms bought them for $1 million. That was a charity thing. It was the $1 million went to charity.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Yeah.
where you saw the million.
Chalamet's
did
got
buy.
the money.
Yeah, so
Well, I didn't
but
think
if
he was
Chalamet
pulling.
actually bought them, he didn't buy the $1 million because those $1 million tickets for law firms for charity.
That's correct.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
Also, if you're gonna spend $40,000 on a ticket, this is for Timothy and other people. I understand he wore orange, but you should wear a Knicks thing.
I don't get that either. Thank you. I agree. Why they don't even Spike Lee
They don't
wears
even
some
wrap 'em.
weird. No, I thought the same thing about these people. I understand. I mean, at least put something. Yeah, I thought the exact same thing on that one too. I don't know. I think for all those reasons, I kind of want the Knicks to lose.
I
But I
really,
hate San
really,
Antonio.
yeah, I really dislike the San Antonio team. The only thing I really have to say through 3 games of this series, which I think is far, far from over, because the Spurs, we can joke about Kenny Atkinson analytically, the series is whatever, and those comments, but the Spurs should never have lost game 2. They really kind of choked away game 1 as well.
Right.
Like, I think for the vast majority of every game, they have been the better team. So I think this series is very far from over. I told my friends when we were in Portugal, I go, I don't mean to be that guy. I think the Spurs go in both in New York.
Well, they're better.
And they're better. Wemby throwing a pass that hit Stephon Castle in the back of the head is probably, and that in the ticket prices, is probably the only thing saving some very, very, very
Oh my God, what
interesting.
a shot!
That was an insane shot. Some very, very interesting conversations about Jalen Brunson.
What sports are you talking about?
I was talking about hockey. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think he is getting away with some absolute stinkers in these 3 games. Jalen Brunson is.
Agree.
He had a couple big shots in game 2 down the stretch for sure. Deserves a little credit for that. But I think his offensive, I still don't even know how that went in. Ball hogging, I will say, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, but basically freezing Cat out of the offense is what lost them game 3. They got that lead, and it was like I didn't see anyone else take a shot for what felt like 10. It was like him and then whatever bench guy got the grenade at the end of the shot clock were the only guys taking shots for like such a long stretch.
I think it was Landry Shamet, but I
Clarkson like hit that crazy one.
Oh yeah. I completely agree because you watch these games and for 3 of the quarters, the Knicks are the greatest team in basketball. They play team basketball. they're making the 2 extra passes to find the wide open guy, and there's no one-on-one. But for some reason, one quarter, and last game was the fourth quarter, they just decided to not pass the ball. They only go one-on-one ISO ball, which isn't going to work against the San Antonio Spurs defense, who has great defenders from 1 through 5, and especially with Wemby in the middle. And to your point, Brunson hasn't been making any clutch shots down the stretch. He made a 3 at the end of the game, which is a clutch point, but it was when the game was already over.
Yeah. He has as many turnovers as assists in this whole series. That's your point guard.
And to your point, Cat has been a phenomenal passer this series, and so they should get the ball in his hand because he's actually been a great distributor. And then whether he's going to take the shot, I think he's been too passive, especially in Game 3. He didn't take some open shots when he should have. But yeah, I think to your point, Brunson has not. I mean, the thing about him in the playoffs, he's the most clutch player in the league in the playoffs, and he's been not good at all. And I mean, you look at the shot, he scored 25 points, whatever, and it took him 33 shots to get there.
I think I saw something. He's got like 80 points on 81 shots or something like that, or 81, whatever, something like that. And last thing I'll say, and then we got to conclude and maybe go to the post show quickly. But on top of that, like, the shooting's been bad. He's not distributing the ball at all. Like, all of that is true. I don't think then people at the same time are talking enough about how, on the flip side of that, OG Anunoby cannot miss. And, like, the guy barely gets any shots.
He's my favorite non-Timberwolf for the entire NBA, and I have no idea why. Probably because his name is OG. It's because his name is OG.
Yeah, it's got to be because his name is OG. He can't get more than like 12 shots a game, and the guy just does not miss in the playoffs. I don't understand it. I think I read something that he's like, I can't remember what it was, but he's shooting like, he's like got a 50, 40, 90 playoffs going, but I think actually better than that. And the guy, they barely let him shoot. I'm like, he needs to be second or third on the team in shots without fail every game. Last night he ended up getting, I think, 13 shots, but a couple were like late at the end, didn't matter. I just don't get it. And I think it's because Brunson he's taking the air out of the ball a little too much. But
would you be surprised
they're up 2-1, and that's all that matters. But
that the Twins hit back-to-back home runs to take the lead? Would that be surprising?
I thought I saw something that the only runs in that game so far have been solo home runs. Is that true?
They just hit two back-to-backs.
I know Buxton let it off with a homer.
I think there's been 7 runs, 7.
Shout out to.
So do you want to?
Shout out.
What? Shout out to who?
I just want to shout out a member of the Orchard and a member of the family, Cody Morissette, on his contract with the Twins.
Huge. Yeah, I was at baseball blowing up with all that conversation. I was more stunned that some of the names that were on the text chain, but that's neither here nor there.
I didn't know. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I think I have 5 numbers in that text chain, and it's our family or our immediate family.
Yeah, no, that. What was I gonna say? What was I? Oh, so you want to make a bold? It could be over by the time we're on next week. Do you want to make a bold prediction on this series before we go to the after show?
I think the Spurs still win it.
But the Knicks coming. You do think the Spurs will still win it?
I do. I think they're going to win. I think they win both games in New York, and then I think it would not surprise me if this goes 7 and the only home team that wins a game is the Spurs in Game 7. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think the Spurs win this.
I think
it's Knicks in 6, right. But if it goes 7, the Spurs win. I don't see the Spurs and Wemby losing.
I think the Knicks might be playing well, but they had an absolute cakewalk to the finals. They're not very good, I think.
Their backs have not exactly been up against the wall.
No,
I think the pressure is now all on them. Yeah.
No, I would agree with that.
I think, but Wemby always has a stinker around Game 4 or 5 every series. He'll have that. Knicks will win that, and I think they can win Game 6. But like I said, if it goes to 7, the Spurs are winning Game 7. To your
All right.
point, because Brunson has not been clutch.
So, do we want to talk about the Wild trade and if this is going to happen or not happen?
I think we wait till it. I mean,
All right, we can
I
wait.
said
What about the
wait till it
Timberwolves?
happens.
Is it Kyrie Irving? Is he the answer? That looks like that one's going to happen, maybe.
I
It
do
can't be just
feel
that, right?
yeah, we'd have to see. I feel like on a very, very basic level, a player like Kyrie makes more sense for the team than a player like Giannis, but obviously
No, I
what
agree.
you'd have to give
Giannis
up for
isn't.
both.
I mean, I feel like you're going to
Giannis
have to
is
give.
incredible. Giannis is a better player than Kyrie Irving at this point in their careers. I don't personally think that's much of a debate, but I think when you look at what you need to help unlock the rest of that lineup, and especially Ant, a genuine point guard who can shoot it and can be a secondary scorer is a lot more useful than Giannis. And that
And
is
you have
like
to give up a lot
notwithstanding of
less.
the other move. Yeah, exactly. And that's not even I'm not even including what goes into the trades. Now, if you end up moving on from both Randall and Gobert, and then you slot Giannis in, then it makes a ton of sense. But I think
Giannis is.
the rest of the moves matter a ton. But Kyrie, that ilk of a player makes so much more sense for the team. But I think Giannis is
Would you
better.
get him and someone like Leonard, or would you? I mean, I
If
feel like
Kawhi Leonard is actually available, I don't care that he only plays 40 games a year. I would trade anything and everything someone wants for. I think he's still a top 10 player in the NBA.
yeah, I think Irving would be a good pickup. I don't think that's
There
gonna
are some preposterous outfits on this NHL broadcast.
I was patiently waiting for you guys to
outfits.
finish.
I just
What
have
do
to look
you
up on my
think?
TV.
What do you think, PK Subban?
Oh, I don't get what he wears.
Apparently his name is now Subban instead of Subban. What do you think? Because he definitely does not have these things in his closet.
He wears some of the most bizarre. Yeah, that guy's insane.
How does he calls up his designer? And how does this happen?
What's he on? What channel?
The game.
He-
He's on the
he is-
he's on the desk like in between
AB
periods.
Is it on right now?
ABC, but it's a commercial.
Second period just
ABC.
ended.
I was watching.
Well, and then Eric Johnson's suit is like.
So how did our guy Eric
he's
Johnson
one of us.
become
Be nice.
such a star?
I don't know. I do like him though. I have to say. Where
It's because
and how and
ESPN is the worst hockey coverage I've ever seen.
they do. The bar is quite low. I don't know where they came up with him specifically, but I actually really like him, so I don't really care.
Yeah, he's kind of like their new controversial sideline reporter, I guess is what he does. But that's very interesting.
Yeah. I almost said Kawhi Leonard. If Kawhi Leonard is actually available in a trade, I would literally give up anything. And I know he's only going to play 40 games. You just got to manage him throughout the year, get into the playoffs, and have him healthy in the playoffs, and it'll all
How could
take
he
care of
not
itself.
be available?
I don't know. I'm with you.
By the way, Pete, does he have a neck brace on? And he doesn't have a belt.
The 8-inch tall turtleneck is a tough look. I would give up anything for him. I don't know that you have the capital to get him and Kyrie. Maybe you do. I have no idea. I think you should try for sure. I think if that's a real possibility, that's the combo. I think if you can only get one guy, you get Kawhi and let everything else figure itself out. He was incredible last year, and I don't think people gave him enough credit for it. Obviously, he's more injury prone than anyone else in the world, but
That's what I was gonna say.
not like your other options.
But
clean bills.
I don't know if I'm ready to have Kawhi on my team and the headache of Dad talking about how much he's injured.
How much he's injured? Yeah.
Well,
I mean, he averaged 28 points last year, which was 6th in the league, and over 50% shooting. He is absolutely insane. He shot one of his best 3-point shooting years of his career.
I feel like you'd need. I think they need 3. So I guess
he actually played 65 games this year. I owe him a slight apology. That's a lot for him, actually. That's the most. Well, he played 68 2 years ago, but besides that, that's the most games he's played since he was on the Spurs.
Hey, he's eligible for the awards.
Yeah. That's true.
Unlike our guy
That's true.
Ant.
Yeah, that's true. He played more than Ant.
It's amazing. Every single person that's about to be traded, the Timberwolves name is mentioned, and it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone knows we're one piece away, and they know we got a guy willing to make the move, and I know I mean, it makes sense. Whether we do it or not, I have no idea. But
I think we're more than one piece away, but I mean, this hasn't worked, so I think you blow it all up. And
I don't
think
know that
we
you
are.
are the one piece away, but
Well, I don't honestly. As long as we get rid of Julius Randle, I'm happy.
I don't see any scenario where they don't.
I think they have to. I think the writing has been on the wall with everything else that's happened.
If they make a trade, he's gone. The only way it doesn't is for
if they don't make a trade, then
same team.
And if they don't make a trade, then a bunch of them are gone because it's the same old crap.
Do you have any World Cup predictions?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it a lot. When does it start, by the way? Like, are games going to be on
Thursday?
Are games like normal? Like, what are they normal?
Yeah, because it's here, so it's normal times.
Okay. I think
Thursday is the first game.
I'm going. Who's the favorite? Brazil?
I think France.
France and Spain, I think, are the two favorites, and then after that, it's like England, Brazil, and maybe Argentina.
Every team's championship odds. Spain and France, depending on your book, are based. It looks like Spain is won, but barely over France. Then Portugal. Oh no, they just shortened over the last week. This is not a helpful article. Oh, here we go. This is the article I wanted. Here we go. In this order: Spain, France, England, Portugal, Argentina, Brazil is your top 6.
I'm going. I'm looking at a Spain-England final.
Bold.
God, I hate that you said that.
Why?
Because right now in my bracket, I have a Spain-England final.
Yeah, of course you do. Because whether I follow it or not, I'm just a great sports mind.
Well, my problem is I'm literally only of England in my final because I think Harry Kane is the best player in the entire world and he gets no credit.
He's my favorite player.
And he's the most complete player in the entire world, especially. I want him to win it so he gets the Ballon d'Or, which Dad doesn't know that is. So I kind of put him in there, but I think in reality I might switch it to Spain, Brazil. But I think what do you say?
Well, Harry Kane's probably one of my favorite players because it's the only name I can remember and pronounce. So it might be a little weird reason why I like him so much, but I'll stand by it.
No, and it's definitely hard to pick against France. France's C team is better than almost the entire squad, the entire World Cup squad. So it's pretty. Their attacking is phenomenal, but they won last time, so I don't want to pick them, and it's hard to go back to back. So
I think England has France's number this year.
I mean, I would love for that. You're saying it's coming home?
Yeah. What's coming home?
That's the England hasn't won in forever, so their thing is it's coming home, meaning the trophy's coming home with England.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
God, Alana Smith doesn't even play for Dallas.
No, I don't understand that.
They are paying her so much money to just sit on the bench.
The coach hates her.
She's in a max contract with them, didn't she?
Yeah. Did you finally figure out how to watch it?
No, I'm just checking the box score. Plays 9 minutes a game. Meanwhile, Jessica Shepard, the other girl that signed for them, minus 26 in the game. That's tough. I did just see a funny tweet, though, that I think it was pretty funny. It basically said that I lost it, but it was basically like, the Lynx hosted every major free agent in the league and said, "Do you want to play for the best team in the league?" And they all said, "No, sorry, your coach is too mean." Which is quite funny.
I mean,
that is true. Weird.
Dad says she's a horrible coach now, but year in and year out, she proves how good of a coach she is.
This is currently
Until it really matters in the playoffs.
No, in her, it's both to her fault and defense because she's only in the situation. Well, she's not only in the situation because of herself, because they're all hurt, but she was not able to. She's also the GM, and they didn't really sign anybody. And I get they couldn't
She's
sign
not a
everybody,
good
but
GM.
they signed nobody.
Part, she's probably okay. She's not a good GM.
Yeah. For whatever reason, she doesn't seem to be able to close a lot of deals. I'm actually okay that they let all these other girls walk for the amount of money that they got. The problem was they then didn't really replace them with anybody, why she was not able to close any of those deals, I don't know.
They're 10 and
well, that's what I was about to say. Like, this is almost, I would say, her greatest coaching job ever. She's like, they're playing with half a team, and they're the best team in the league.
Because this whole Angel Reese thing, I'm sorry, it did turn out. You're right. But she didn't know that the draft pick would be that high when they made the trade way back when with Chicago. They got a little lucky too. They really did.
Oh, 100%. I'm
and
they
also
that,
but
I don't think.
But I think part of it though was looking at the draft class, and they knew that this past year's draft class would be way stronger and deeper than the Angel Reese one.
But Dallas decided to take someone's girlfriend instead of taking one of the two better players. So they were going to get either Miles or Betts. Dallas, whatever her name is not a top 10 player in WNBA, but they had to take her because of her girlfriend. So they got lucky to a degree too.
Of course. And I think I'm actually in part agreeing with you that I think she's not a great GM. I think letting Smith, Shepard, Heidemann, Richard Carlton, I would like to keep.
Awful.
But yeah, she's terrible. But for $12, who cares?
I think she's getting paid. The one I probably would have kept because it's.
I probably maybe I guess if they thought Collier's in. I guess the question is, did they know? I don't know. Maybe they didn't know the extent.
Isn't she supposed to be back in June?
I thought so.
Yeah, I think soon actually. She's been practicing. I think. Yeah, she's been practicing.
And she's out there dancing around.
Yeah, that's Smith would have been the one I would have kept, but we were never going to sign any more than probably one of those. So I actually am not all that mad that we didn't re-sign any of them. What my problem is, you were not able to close the deal then on anybody else, and why not? I don't know. Maybe it is, all jokes aside, because she's kind of mean. I have no idea. I don't think she's a great GM. I think she's a good GM. I think she does identify some good talent. I mean, it feels like every international player that shows up is no one's ever heard of, and they drop 8 and 4 for them or whatever without even blinking.
Right.
This, I don't even know how to pronounce her freaking name. Anastasi, whatever. You know what I'm trying to talk about. You probably don't.
That the blonde hair girl?
Yeah, yes, both of those people. The blonde-haired girl, Ayodasumu. I'm trying to see right. Anakosu, but her full name is Anastasia. I know you're talking about Dorka Juhas, Sam, who took a whole season off, and she's hurt now too. But this Anakosu girl, she's a second-round pick. And she's incredible. I think she's a good judge of talent. I just feel like the top end of the talent, she just isn't able to close the deal on. It's weird to me. And yes, the trade was kind of bad, but it worked out. So I'm not gonna complain too much.
Is Olivia Miles just Ricky Rubio that can shoot? If Ricky Rubio could shoot, was that what we were gonna get?
I think it was Ricky Rubio if he never tore his ACL.
Was Rubio really that good though?
I know I'm saying he was awful, but he could pass.
You want to talk about on a bad team?
Well, true.
That Timberwolves team.
Well, they could have had Steph Curry and Ricky Rubio, but no.
Yeah, he was on the All-Rookie team his rookie year.
No, the team before Ricky Rubio was genuinely, I think, the worst team in NBA history.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some bad ones.
Alexei Shved, Andrei Kirilenko, and Nikolai Pekovic.
All the Russian dudes. And JJ Barea.
God, that was bad. And JJ Barea, and then I think Kevin Love.
Yeah, that was a rough starting five. No, yeah, he made the All-Rookie team, so I think he was that good to start. I don't know that he was this good to start, but we don't have time. I don't think I have the energy to do that right now. The whole Ricky Rubio I don't know that I have that in me right now,
It's
but
probably not fair to Miles, actually, Olivia or whatever her name is.
but
She's better than Ricky Rubio.
all right. So you both
No,
have
my point was she is better, but Ricky couldn't shoot, and if he could shoot, this might have been what we would have
Well,
got.
she had trouble shooting at the beginning, but
I'm gonna
go ahead.
I'm gonna pick Spain. Spain as my winner.
I'm only wrapping this show up because my computer is 4% battery and I'm nowhere near a charger. And that's how we operate here. That's how our production works. When
Okay,
I
well, I have
decide my
breaking
computer's out of
lacrosse
battery.
news. The team
Okay.
that I said that luckily beat us has moved on to the semifinals. So,
Oh, congrats to them.
funny how that works.
I think I feel like I have to pick Portugal and France. It just feels right.
I don't think you have to be that loyal to the country you were there for a week, but that's fair.
Well, and then I'm going to be
I
in the
hate
other
Portugal.
one in 2 weeks. So
That's a good point.
yeah,
I'm sticking with
horrible.
mine.
That's
Spain
fine.
and England.
France's attack and Portugal's midfield are absolutely unbelievable, but I think
I guess I have reason to
Portugal is.
watch it now.
I think Portugal's going to get the same bump that Argentina got with Messi in the last one. I think they get with
I
Ronaldo
thought
in this
doesn't
one.
U.S. play Portugal?
But I think their fatal
Paraguay.
flaw is relying on Ronaldo. Like they
No,
have
you're
Bruno
probably right.
Fernandes, and they're having Bruno Fernandes the best free kick in the entire world, and they're gonna have Ronaldo take him over him because
they
the
will
Ronaldo
only
bump.
in a backwards way. They will only go as far as Ronaldo is like able to at times defer to the rest of his teammates who are very good. I think you're right about that.
Is Megan Rapone still on the men's team? Or is she
No,
retired?
she's on the
not even on
women's
the.
now.
I don't even
She
think she's on the
retired?
women's anyways.
No, she's
Yeah, I think
retired.
she's just.
Her
I
and
think just called
Sue
it-
Bird
called it a
broke
career.
up, by the way. Love is
Yeah,
dead.
I saw that. That's sad.
I heard it was about religion.
And
Something
Ariana
like
Grande
that.
and her, I didn't even know she had a boyfriend, broke up. I know Dad's traumatized by that.
No, I think it's well deserved because she's ruined theater for me forever. Oh, next week we need to talk about the Tonys because it's time to go. But
We always have time for the Tonys on this show.
I mean, I don't know.
The other
I feel
thing
like every year on the Tonys, they pick two shows. They're gonna win everything no matter what, and they're like the flavor of the month. I don't like the Tonys how they do this anymore.
Yeah. Well, because you know what? Because it's like
Death of a Salesman, how freaking boring. It was
a
around
ragtime.
before.
Which one's older? I mean,
That's true. Disappointing.
It does feel like they just picked the artsy one and just hand them all the awards. And
Was the
move on.
Tonys the award show that the committee is now required to watch every nomination?
No.
Or maybe that was the Oscars.
I think it's
sorry.
the Oscars.
Our Rocky Horror Picture Show guy, that guy's not the best actor. That's a travesty.
Yeah. Some incredible performances, though. Whoever decided to have Pink host deserves a raise.
Why isn't she on Broadway, by the way?
I don't.
Why
she will
isn't
be
she
now.
in Moulin Rouge?
Yeah, she will be now. Well, it's going away, but yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Moulin Rouge is going away?
At some point, or it already, yeah, it is. I think.
I gotta fly out there and see it then.
I think it is. The only thing we were remiss to not cover, now to be fair, it was over a week ago, was the early front runner for match of the year, Mask versus Mask, Grande versus Grande. I watched it on a plane. I watched it on a plane at like 3 a.m. because I was
really well. How ironic that I sat in an airport. Well, I guess that wasn't him, was it? Oh no, as it turns out, it was him.
It turns out it was him.
Now that I know that it's him, I sat by him in the airport, and I told him I didn't think it was him, but I was wrong. It was him.
Yep.
You sat by Chad Gable, though. You didn't sit by El Grande Americano.
No, but I told Chad Gable that
the original.
Yeah. I told Chad that I know he wasn't who they said he was, and I was wrong.
Turns out you were wrong. Unmasked.
So that was the greatest piece of wrestling I'll ever witness in my entire life.
It is probably a top 3 storyline, maybe of all time. Like when you really factor it all in, that like the whole thing, and not like just the fact that the like meta-ness of it all, where it was like the fans eventually just were like, oh my god, this is like there's something about it that just everything was
the production of it all was unbelievable. It's literally a German playing
I know.
It's insane.
It's
But
a German.
it's a German
Yeah.
American who's playing a Mexican, and then the entire country of Mexico he's doing like a UFC style walkout with the entire country of Mexico
But it's
singing
like a
behind him while
German
he's waving a
playing.
Mexican flag.
It's like a German playing a Mexican who's an American playing a Mexican. And then there's also
Right.
the original. The whole thing was just beautiful. Also, I kind of forgot that they started calling the creeds Los Hermanos Americanos, and they just like the other two guys that gave like actual Spanish names, they just literally called them like
Mhm.
Julio and Bruno. I forgot about that. I laughed so hard when they said that.
Yeah.
I
No.
also liked the fact that when they unmasked him, they actually acted as if nobody knew
No.
was
They're
probably
very,
my favorite part. They did the whole
very
thing. He said his
surprised.
name. They
And
did the whole.
his son unmasked at the same time.
Oh my god, it was incredible. And they like put his name up there as if he had people actually know who it was. It was perfect, and the whole thing was incredible. Um, I will lose my mind if El Grande Americano versus Dom Mysterio for the AAA Mega Championship is at SummerSlam. That will be that is the match I want to see. I'm so committed at this point.
I think that it has to be.
They'll probably do it at Triple Mania just to because they have to pander to the Mexican crowd at this
Speaking
point.
of SummerSlam, single
But I think
tickets
Chad
went on
Gable's going to
sale
get a
today.
moment in Minneapolis.
Individual
What it is, I
tickets
don't know.
went on sale for SummerSlam today, so you don't have to buy the 2-day pass.
No, only we did. All right.
Good thing we have it.
I got 3%. Make it a quick
All right, let's go.
wrap up.
We'll be back. We will be back next week.
We'll be back next week.
All right, see you then. Bye bye. All right, see ya.